the things you see in the Lowe's parking lot. Okay, I wanted to show my cabinets where you can actually see them. That's my Lazy Susan that I gotta move, set up so I can actually sand the front of it. But here's my other cabinets that I have already sanded down, and like this one, you can tell that there's smoke damage on the side of it. So I was wanting to whitewash them, but I think I'm going to have to paint them because there is still so much smoke damage. But they sanded down really great, actually, other than the insides. I still need to do some work on the doors. Like, let me get it in the frame. You can still tell that on the insides you can still see. But where's the one that's real bad? I think it's this one. See, you can still see all the smoke damage on the inside of it. So I'm definitely painting the insides, but I still have all of these grooves and stuff that I've got to get around. That was the first one I sanded, if you can't tell. So I still have a lot more work to do on some of these doors, but I got the actual cabinet sanded down great. The drawers sanded perfectly, but I still have a lot of work to do on the actual doors. But here's the roughness of my sink base, because there's my big ass sink. So I had to do a sink base, and there's the rough draft of it. I just did it yesterday. My Lazy Susan's going to go over there in the corner. That's the base for it. I have my sink base moved over right now because it's going to go directly. I've got a towel hanging up for a curtain, but it's going to go directly under the window where it's framed out perfectly. But I'm fixing to set up my base so I can measure out. I want to do my bench and try and get it set up and get it framed today, so then I can measure the walls and see exactly how much hardy board I'm going to need to buy to be able to tile the walls. But I got an air conditioner in here now, and hang on. I look like crap, and hang on, I think my camera, maybe a little bit better. But I was out here sawing, cutting wood yesterday, and it was so dirty out here. I am not cutting wood out here anymore. I'm going to suffer and go outside and cut what I need and come back in. Sanding is a little bit different. It's not as bad, but the whole skill saw, that damn thing makes a mess. So I just wanted to make another little video. Hang on, I gotta set my phone down because I know it's shaky. Okay, I keep forgetting I have my tripod out here and I don't set the damn thing up. But see that bruise on my arm? That's from getting a piece of plywood and I got pinched yesterday. Freaking hurt. Or Saturday, actually. But anyway, I need to get out another video because I'm doing shit, but I'm just not recording anything. And I need to start recording little tidbits just so y'all can kind of see a little bit here and there. But I'm slowly but surely getting things together. Friday, they are coming to hook my internet up out here. So me and Rolo are going to be moving in out here in construction because I have to be out here so I can work. If I can't run my AC nonstop, I won't be out here working. And I can't afford to run the air conditioner in the camper full blast and run the air conditioner out here full blast, because it will make my electric bill outlandish, and I can't afford to pay that. So I went ahead and set up for my internet to be moved, and they're supposed to set it up Friday, the 19th. So I'm going to go ahead and get my Murphy bed built and get my frame and all of that done. So I'll have my bed out here and I can put it up so it doesn't get dirty and dusty and stuff. And it'll be out of the way. And then I have a chair sitting over there that I don't know if I'm going to use it or not because it's dirty and nasty. But I can't move my recliner in here myself because it's almost like a 2-seater recliner. It's so big. We had hell getting in the camper because it's so big. It barely fit. So I'm going to have to wait until either my son comes, which I really don't know if I want him to help me. The only way I'll have him help me if Taylor's here, his fiance, because I know he'll keep his head cool and he won't get pissed off at me and try and rip my shit up because he loses his temper. But yeah, so I'm fixing to measure out and try and figure out, because what I'm going to do is I want a bench in my shower. That was my whole plan, and I'm not losing that plan. So since I ended up buying a shower pan, and it's only a 32 by 32, I'm going to go ahead and build me a bench seat, and because you got to attach it to the wall anyway. So I'm just going to attach it to the bench and do it that way. So there's really no reason why it won't work that way, and that way I'll still have a bench. Because I have back issues, I have knee issues, I have hip issues. So I know it's eventually going to get to the point to where I'm going to have to sit down to take a shower. And I got the shower pan that it only has, I think, 1.5 inch lip, so it's not very tall. So I won't have to worry about that. I'll be able to get in and out of it very easily if I become not immobile, but have a hard time walking around and all that stuff. So I just got to get it laid out and see exactly where it's going to land, exactly how I need to put it, if I'm going to have to put my shower a different way because I have a light switch over here. So I may have to put it out this direction. And if I have to put it out this direction, I may have to move my counters, or redo my kitchen basically, and move one of my cabinets over here, because I'll still have room to move it over here. That way I can push my cabinets over and it'll still give me plenty of room to get in and out of the shower. So that's my plan, is to figure out exactly which way I need to configure my shower. Because as of right now, it is, I think, going to run into this light switch that I put in for the shower vent and light. So I got to figure that out, because this pan is 32 inches and I figured it for the way I had it configured on the floor. So, and I don't think I have enough wire put in that switch to move it over to the other side of that 2x4. And I really don't want to mess with it because it's live. So, and already put in the hole. So I just don't want to even jack with it because it's all hooked up, and I didn't hook it up. My friend hooked it up for me that did all my electrical. So that's where I'm at with that, and that's what I got to figure out now. Once I get that figured out, I'll pick up my camera and I'll let y'all know what my decision is. Well, I've moved stuff around now, but I figured out that I'm going to have to do a wraparound bench so I can put up an additional wall to wrap around the shower like it's supposed to. And that way I will be able to actually attach the shower like I am supposed to do. If I don't do a wraparound bench and add extra space, I won't be able to tie in to this stud to extend a wall. I'm going to have to basically make it bigger to be able to attach a wall so there's not a big gap. It's just going to be a mess. So I'm going to have to make the bench a wraparound so I have enough space to attach the pan like I'm supposed to. Wish me luck on that one. I just figured all that out. Now I'm fixing to put the vapor barrier up. So I'm fixing to measure it 10 foot so I can start attaching it to the wall. I've added some foam back in. I've got some spray foam, but I want to do that on the north wall. And I don't want to go in the house and get it. I saved a bag of big pieces of foam from taking it out, and I'm just sticking those back in for now. I mean, I paid for it, so it's better than nothing the way I see it. So I've stuck all those back up in there for now.
Been through a lot of pain. Some things are not the same as they were a year ago, but all will be okay. I move on each and every day. The past is where it stays, way back a year ago. I've changed for the